Hello and welcome everyone. Today we're going to take a look at the real grade 1:144 scale Gundam Astray Gold Frame Amatsu Mina from the Gundam Seed Astray series. And here she is, all built up. And I like the design of the real grade rather than the one in the manga. Sorry. That's just my opinion, so don't take it too seriously. Yeah. Now, as for stickers, I've put them all. Quite few, I think. Majority are these reflective ones that goes in the Magano Ikatachi energy absorption claw, which is the wings. And in here, which are the caution markings, etc., etc. They're not that bad, like so. Stickers here on the shoulders are quite good looking. Until some of them start peeling off, like so. So I would suggest don't put them all, especially here on come on now, there, especially the reflective ones, the reflective stickers. Okay. And also, I've ditched the stickers here on the forehead camera and the eyes because they're just crappy. So yeah. And as for here on the forehead, you won't, unlike the eyes which has a blue clear piece for it, the forehead doesn't have any. So if you're not planning on putting the sticker, you might need some paint in order to fill up the missing colors. So yeah. Stand up. Stand. Now, as for accessories, what you get is, we'll go back for the wings. One of the main accessories is the Tricerasky, which is the modified weapon of the Blitz. And there's some nice engraving right here. Come on. There you go. And I even painted the blades silver, so yeah. Let's just put this back here. And then we have the Hitotsu no Tsurugi swords, which is fine. I like the design of this way more than the original one. And I even painted the blade silver. Next is the Tsumuha no Tachi, which is the Wolverine claws, which goes on the left arm, and each blade can be moved individually. Like so. Here's 1, 2, and 3. And let's put this back here for a moment. And next we have the Okitsu no Kagami, which is the part spear, part shield. And how so? Well, the tip is basically a beam emitter. And since it emits beam, you get two types of beam effects for this, which is the spearhead, like so, very nice detail. And to put this spearhead, just open this panel here and slot the peg in one of these holes, like so. And it's now a spear. And when it's under the forearm, when it's under the, I thought I told you to stand there. And and whenever the Okitsu no Kagami is under the left arm, you can thrust forward. Like so. And this thing has a second mode, which is the shield form, the defensive, which is its defensive mechanism. Not defensive mechanism, but it's not defensive mechanism, but rather it's defense mode, which spread out the panels, attach this beam effect, and there you go. And you can also bend this, and whenever it's under the forearm, it can deflect. It can easily defend itself, like so. And also, you get a wire for this in order to launch the spearhead, in order to serve it as a grappling hook. Yeah. And next are some wires for the Magashira no Hoko, which are stored right under here, which I'll be demonstrating later. I mean, all of the accessories. Sorry. And as for hand options, you get one holding one multi-purpose fist that has a hole which has a hole in the palm, like so. A widespread open hand, quite expressive. And a closed fist, which is not so close. Sorry. And as for the left, you also have this articulate hand, which is currently attached to the left hand. Attached to the left arm. Sorry. Which has multiple articulation going on. It's just there. And as for the right hand, you only get one multi-purpose holding hand. And currently on the right hand, we have an open palm hand, which is quite expressive. And by looking at it, kind of forgot to clean up its nail. Sorry. And as for part of accessories, you get a base adapter, which goes right underneath the crotch area, like so. And finally, a small figure of Gundam Mina Sahaku in gold colors. Yeah. Come on. Come on, camera. Show her her beauty. Come on now. Come on. There we go. And that's it. That's for the accessories. Let's now move on to the articulation. Okay. Now, for the head, has 2 points of articulation in the neck, which is not meant to do that. Sorry. Which has 2 points of articulation, which is a ball joint here at the top and a hinge at the bottom, which is very stiff. Right now it's stiff, but if you keep moving, if you play around with it a little, it'll eventually go loose. Now, the head can go up that high, not very high, down, not all the way down, side to side movement, it's there. And as for rotation, it could go side to side, but not all the way, since everything will start to collide. Now, as for the shoulders, both can move forward, like so. The right arm can go only up that high without popping off the shoulder armor. And as for the left, it can go even further than the right, like so. Both arms can move, can swing, but not all the way. I mean, there's something at the back that's hindering it, sadly, until you pop off the shoulder pads, which is unintentional. There's a bicep swivel here at the right, and at the left. There's a bicep swivel here, but it's also tight. Double jointed elbow, very good. And a ball jointed wrist at the right. Here on the left, you have the one bend here and another bend there, which is fine. But you also have a bend here at the wrist, like so, until you pop off the hand, which is unintentional. Now, here are the articulated manipulator, which has a ball joint here at the thumb, and the thumb can bend like so. I think let's just take off the end. Now, where was I? Now, the index finger is on the ball joint here at the base and can bend here at this section. And sadly, the remaining fingers are molded together and they move on the ball joint and can bend here at this point, right here. And you can do the close fist, I think. Like so. I mean, not that close. Sorry. And let's get this back here in the end. Now let's move on to the body. Now, the torso has an opening hatch gimmick. In order to do that, move this piece a little down. Then push this down and pull everything like so. Sadly, there are no pilot figure inside the cockpit, which is rather unfortunate, but most of the time the cockpit hatch will always be closed. I mean, there's no reason for anyone to open the cockpit hatch all too often. Now, as for crunches on the body, you don't get any ab crunch, but you do have side crunches here, which is good. But if you really want an ab crunch, there's a gimmick going on here at the waist area, which allows you to bend the whole body forward, which kind of cheats the ab crunch thing. I mean, it's there. It's not that bad. Okay. Now, as for the waist, front skirts move independently, which is good. Side skirt is on the hinge here. You can move forward, backward some, and rotate some. Now, the legs can move forward that much. And as for the back, not until it hits everything. Not only the back skirt, but also the backpack. Even if you move everything, that's all you can get, sadly. And the left shoulder just popped. Okay. And we have some thigh swivel going on here. And as for the bend of the knee, we have 2 points of bend here, one here, which, come on. Oh boy. There we go. We have one bend here which pulls the thigh armor here, like so, and another bend which separates the knee from this part here, and this thing separates as well, which is rather there we go, rather nice. I mean, not nice, but great. Let's do that again. One here, and there we go. Satisfying bend. Until the whole leg just disconnects. Let's just right there. Now, as for the ankle, we have a ball joint on the top and a hinge at the bottom, which allows you to get some decent motion going on. The hinge really do help, I think. I mean, only the ball joint does the action. And as for bend at the foot, there's what you can get, and a whole lot on the back. And we do have a toe bend, but pretty much non-existent, I guess. And also we have an engraving here. There's a shadow. There we go. Pretty nice. Now, as for the wings, for the backpack, sorry. For the backpack, we have a flap here going on, which also helps with doing some poses. The whole wing claw thing can move, can spread out like that. Stand, there we go. I know you can do it. Like so. And the Magashira no Hokos can move out like so. Same goes for the other side. So, and as for the wings, it's on the peg here, which allows for rotation, and it's on in the hinge here, which allows to go forward and back some, which also helps for some certain aerial poses. Now, there's a gimmick here on the wings. Let's just put you right back there. Let's just close this. Now, there's a gimmick right here on the wings, which has an opening panel right here, like so. And these bits, this whole section has a lot. I mean, this whole section has a lot of thing going on. You can do that, do this, pull out, and open this, and combine it with this. Let's just attach this back for a while. This. Let's add some of this. You get a lot more crazier, widespread wings, like so. which is good. Now let's close everything back. Back. There we go. There. Stay. And I also forgot to mention that we also have a display stand only meant for the Okitsu no Kagami. And sadly, there are no included action base for the Goldframe Amatsu, which is sad. I mean, a little disappointed, but hey, still liking the design. Now I won't be showing on how to equip all of its equipment here on the Amatsu, but instead I'll be demonstrating some variety of poses along with its equipment. And before I do that, I would like also to mention that doing some ground poses will prove a lot more difficult because of the design of the foot. So keep that in mind. Like so. Just stay. Alright, here's an example of using the Triceratops, like so. And I would also like to mention that each harpoons can be pulled out like so. Which has a peg here going on, like so. Which can be held in the hand, but I would advise not doing so because holding the spear can be quite difficult. So keep that in mind, and putting back the spear can be. It's not that hard. So that's Triceratops. Oh, and currently I'm using an action base 5 in order to post this in the air, since the Goldframe Amatsu doesn't have any included action base, sadly. Okay, a little correction. These swords are called the Totsuka no Tsurugi, not Hitotsu no Tsurugi, so apologies. And here's the Totsuka no Tsurugi, like so, which in my opinion is one of these the design of the Totsuka no Tsurugi is, I don't know. I mean, personally, this is my favorite weapon of the Goldframe Amatsu. Not the Triceratops, sadly. And that's the Totsuka no Tsurugi. And next. And before proceeding to the next, I would like also to mention some things. You can also pull this kind of pose, of course. And also, aside from using this adapter piece, which allows you to connect the Goldframe Amatsu on the action base, you also have the option to plug the action base right here on the back of the backpack. Like right here. I mean, this part of the backpack has a hole here, a 3mm hole, which allows you to connect the action base right here on this backpack. If you don't want to use this adapter piece. So yeah. And please do let me know in the comments if there's another purpose of that hole right there. Now, next. And here's an example of using the Tsumuha no Tachi Claw, which doesn't look that bad until you look at the side, which the blade kind of falls short. Yeah. And I would also like to mention that these flaps do move. So yeah, I don't know what the purpose of that flap, but it moves, I guess. I mean, it moves, but I don't know its purpose. So yeah, it's there. So apologies again if I keep forgetting some things. And here is the Okitsu no Kagami in its defense mode, which is it's nice, but be aware that everything will collide if you don't pose it right. I mean, you'll get what I mean. And here's the Okitsu no Kagami again, but this time in its offensive mode. And yeah. And we'll be doing the grappling hook mode. And here is the grappling hook mode. Oh boy. And the stand kind of helps. I mean, the additional stand, which is included on the gold frame Amatsu. So yeah. Here's an example of the Magashira no Hokus being deployed. So yeah, there's one here on the left, and right here until the right one fell. Let's just get back there, like so. And those are the Magashira no Hokos. And finally, here's an example of the Magano Ikotachi Energy Absorption Claw, like so. Okay, as an added bonus, you can also do a flight form, I guess. Thanks to that flap on the back, yeah. A flight mode at a pose like this, yeah, you can certainly pull off the flight, this kind of flight form. And also, I also forgot to mention that these flaps opens up like so, just not too much, don't open it much, like so. And yeah, a flight form. Now, before I wrap up this video, I would like to mention first that the flaps here on the back of the heel do move. I don't know for what purpose or for what reason, but it's there. Now, If you're a fan of the Gundam Astray Gold from Amatsu Mina, or a fan of the Astray series, or a fan of the Seed series, or or a Gundam fan in general, I'd say pick this up because it's that good, but it comes with a great cost. What kind of a cost is that? Well, considering this is a real grade, there's gonna be fragility issues here and there. So yeah, just keep that in mind that, hey, in the world of building model kits, there's gonna be fragility issues. But this thing, considering its grade from the lineup it came from, yeah, just be aware. Now, in terms of stickers, just don't put them all. I'd say just put them on the eyes, on the forehead, and that's it. Just don't go crazy on the stickers. Now, and I do like the fact that you have the option of putting this mobile suit on an action base using its backpack instead of using this adapter piece, which doesn't help in some poses. Yeah. Oh, excuse me. Okay. And to wrap up this video, my name is JC421, and I'll see you next time.